start with this time. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Let's look at this first question. So we've got this vector AB vector that is equal to 8 and minus 4. And we've got another vector that's BC that is 6 and 4. Okay, we have to express AC as a column vector. We have to express AC as a column vector. Now remember, what do we know? What did we discuss yesterday? AC vector AC is equal to AB plus BC. We got these two vectors AB and BC. हम क्या करेंगे? We can write AC as the sum of these two because क्योंकि ये दोनों same है, B और B they are the same. आप A से B पे जा रहे हो, फिर B से C पे जा रहे हो. It's the same thing as saying you're going from A to C directly. Okay, you just add these two. यहाँ से देखिए क्या आता है? You got 8 minus 4 plus 6 and 4. What do you get from that? You get 14 and 0. So that is the vector that you have. That's the vector AC, 14, 0. Right? Fairly straightforward. Now, let's look at the second part of this. The second part ke andar you will have some grid now. So let's look at this. Okay, so you've got this grid. So it is given that CD vector is minus 11 and H. Okay, so minus 11 and H, that's the vector CD. Okay, that is what is given. We have to find the two possible values of H which will make ABCD a trapezium. You may use the grid below to help you with your investigation. So we can use this grid that we have below. We have to find the two possible values of H which will make ABCD a trapezium. Now, grid pe dekhen, there's only one point marked, that is the point A. So we have to figure out where the rest of the 3 points are going to be. So let's first go to the previous page there and let's see what we have. Let's go to the previous page and let's see what we have there. We've got the vector AB, that is 8 minus 4. So vector AB is 8 minus 4. Let's write that here. AB is 8 and minus 4. And BC was given to be, BC was 6 and 4. So BC was 6 and 4. Okay, ये information हमें दी हुई थी पहले. अब यहाँ से हम B को mark कर लेते हैं. So B कहाँ पर होगा? B is 8 units right and 4 units down from A. A से B पे जाने के लिए क्या करना है? 8 units right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be here. ये आपके 8 units right आ गए. Then you have to go 4 units down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's here. The point B has to be here. Okay, point B आपके पास यहाँ पर आ गया. And what about C? In order to go from B to C, we have to go 6 units right and then 4 units up. 6 right, 4 up from B. Let's go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be right here. ये आपका point आ गया C. ठीक है? ये दोनों points आ गए हमारे पास. We have A, we've got B, we've got C. Now we have to find point D. D कहाँ पर हो सकता है such that ABCD becomes a trapezium. Now remember trapezium क्या होता है? Trapezium के अंदर there are two sides that are parallel to each other. There are two sides that are parallel to each other. अब इसके अंदर हमें क्या information दी हुई है? We have some information already given, and that is that the x component of this vector is minus 11. Which vector? CD. C से D पे जाने के लिए you have to go 11 units to the left. That is given. C से D जो होगा, that's 11 units to the left. So let's go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So C से 11 units left side पे ना ये वाली line बनती है. Somewhere on this line, right? अब इस line के ऊपर आपके point कहीं पर हो सकता है, point B. Right? तो हमें ये पता चल गया इस vertical line के ऊपर, because यहाँ पे आप C से 11 units left के ऊपर हो, इस line के ऊपर कहीं पे आप हो सकते हैं. ठीक है? अब इस line के ऊपर exactly किधर point होगा, that is what we have to figure out. वो हम उससे फिर हम ये H की value निकालेंगे कि वो point कहाँ पर होगा. So how do we think about this? Now A, B, C, D. Let's join A, B, C. उनको तो join कर लेते हैं हम यहाँ पे. A, B, C को join करते हैं. We have this A, B and we've got this B, C. Okay, ये तो हमारे पास आ गया. अब D कहाँ पर होगा कि हमारे पास ये trapezium बन जाए. Trapezium क्या होता है? Trapezium के अंदर there are two sides that are parallel. ट्रेपीजियम क्या होता है? Two sides are parallel, यानी कि दो साइड पैरेलल होती हैं ऑपोजिट और बाकी दो साइड्स पैरेलल नहीं होती. ठीक है, अब क्या पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है? One possibility is that the point D is such that जो AB लाइन है, जो AB लाइन है, ये AB आपको लाइन नजर आ रही है, जो CD है that is parallel to that. So this is one possibility. Let's write that first possibility down, that AB is parallel to CD. ये एक possibility ये हो सकती है. ठीक है, तो आप क्या करोगे? आप एक ऐसी लाइन बनाओगे that is C से आप ऐसी लाइन बनाओगे that is parallel to D. That's parallel to AB, right? AB के parallel आप एक और लाइन बनाओगे C से start करके. ठीक है, let me just draw that line as well, जहाँ पे आपका point D होना चाहिए. So I'm drawing that in green. आपका point जो D है ना, वो इस लाइन के ऊपर कहीं हो सकता है. हमने पहले फिगर आउट किया था कि हम C से 11 यूनिट्स लेफ्ट हैं इस लाइन के ऊपर, इस ग्रीन पॉइंट के ऊपर कहीं पे आपका वो पॉइंट आना चाहिए D. ठीक है, अब ए बी के पैरेलल आपको एक लाइन बनानी है. अब पैरेलल लाइन आप ए बी के कैसे बना सकते हो? यू कैन जस्ट काउंट कि अच्छा ये कितने यूनिट्स जा रहे हैं लेफ्ट पे ऑन दिस लाइन ए बी. अगर आप ए बी लाइन को देखो तो इन लाइन ए बी यू आर बेसिकली गोइंग ए बी के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हो? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 यूनिट आप लेफ्ट जा रहे हो. ठीक है, 8 यूनिट लेफ्ट है. And how much up are you going? You're going 4 units up. 4 units up जा रहे हो. तो C से आप एक ऐसा पॉइंट मार्क कर दो, 8 units left. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and then 4 units up. 1 2 3 4. तो C से आपका D जो है इस लाइन के ऊपर होना चाहिए कहीं पे. Let's draw that line. या एक पैरेलल लाइन बना रहा हूं. So this is one way to draw that parallel line. You can of course think of another way as well. आप ये भी देख सकते हो कि इस बॉक्स के अंदर देखो. Look at this box here. That is this box. आप 2 यूनिट्स लेफ्ट जा रहे हो, 1 यूनिट ऊपर जा रहे हो. इसी तरह से आप C पे ऐसा पॉइंट मार्क कर दो, 2 यूनिट्स लेफ्ट 1 यूनिट अप, ये पॉइंट मार्क कर लो और इसको यूज करके लाइन बना दो. एक आइडिया है आपने AB के पैरेलल एक लाइन बना देनी है. Let's draw that line. That line is going to be like this. ये हमारे पास लाइन बन गई. ठीक है, now where is that line meeting this green line? This point के ऊपर. This is one possible point B. ये आपका एक possible point B होगा. अब यहाँ से आप क्या करोगे? You find the value of H. H की वैल्यू क्या हो सकती है? कितने यूनिट्स ऊपर है C से? 1 2 3 4 5 and then 5.5. So that's one possible value of D. We say of H. H is equal to 5.5. Does that make sense? 11 units left. C से 11 units left. That's here. And then 5.5 units up. That's this point B. This is one possibility. अब ABC को यहाँ पे join कर, AD को join कर दें. This is our complete trapezium here. This is the trapezium that we're looking for. This is one possibility. एक possibility ये हो सकती है. Point D आपका यहाँ पर आ जाए. Okay. Let's look for the other possibility. और क्या possibility हो सकती है? Now let me erase this thing. So हमारे पास ये H की वैल्यू यहाँ से आ गई थी 5.5. I'll leave that here 5.5. Now what is the other possibility? The other possibility is that your line AD is parallel to BC. राइट, एक इस तरह भी ट्रेपीजियम बन सकता है कि आपकी ये वाली दो साइड्स पैरेलल हो, BC लाइन और AD लाइन. अब A से एक ऐसी लाइन ड्रॉ करते हैं जो BC से पैरेलल हो. So how do we draw that line? B से इसको B से C लाइन पे देख लेते हैं क्या चल रहा है. 1 2 3 4 5 6 यूनिट्स राइट साइड पे 6 यूनिट्स आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे और ऊपर कितना जा रहे हैं 1 2 3 4 यूनिट्स अप. So 6 राइट 4 अप. तो A से भी आप ऐसा पॉइंट मार्क कर दो. That's 6 right and 4 up. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 4 up. 1 2 3 4. ये पॉइंट मैंने मार्क कर दिया. अब मैं एक ऐसी लाइन बना देता हूँ that passes through A on this point. So that's this line here. मैंने दूसरी लाइन बना दी. So the other possible point D is going to be right here. this is the other possible one. This is also possible. तो आपको ये भी trapezium बन सकता था, like this, the other possible trapezium. इसमें AD और BC parallel है, and this is also a trapezium. So this is the other possible point D. इसकी height कितनी है अब C से? C से 11 units left है, वो तो आपको दिया हुआ था 11, right? वो तो उसी को हम use कर रहे थे, और height कितनी होगी? 2 units up. So the other possible value of H that you get here is 2. These are the two possible values of D that will make it a trapezium, और आपके पास उससे use करके आपके पास ये height की values are. Does that make sense? It was quite tricky, so it's okay if you don't get it the very first time. आपको खुद से अगर नहीं आपको figure out कर पाए थे, that's okay. It was slightly difficult, but let me know if you understand it now. Is this clear? Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Is this okay? Manahil, is that okay? Dr. Abdullah? Okay, good. Now let's look at the next one. अब हम ज़्यादा focus करेंगे figures वाले questions के ऊपर, in which we have some diagram or उसको use करके we have to find something. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, so we have this diagram in which OA is equal to 4A and OC is 2C and CB is equal to A. Okay, now we have to express BA vector in terms of A and C. अच्छा, so ये तो हमारा diagram नजर आ रही है ऊपर. We have some values given, some vectors की values given in terms of A and B, A and A, B and no, only A and C. A और C के terms में आपके पास हैं values. ठीक है, you have to find BA. Okay, BA. So the idea is you want to start at B and end at A. B से आपको A पे पहुंचना. Okay, B से start करना है, A पे जाना है. अभी direct vector तो आपको नहीं पता. You don't know this. So we have to find another path जहाँ पे आपके पास वो सारी information हो. What we can do is we can go from B to C, then we can go from C to O, and then from O to A. Right? That's the path that we can follow. So we can say BA is equal to BC plus CO plus OA. Okay, that's what we have. Now, what is BC? BC आपको CB पता है, that is A. BC क्या हो जाएगा? That will be minus A. Right? BC क्या होगा? Minus A. What about CO? CO again, it's in the other direction. Abdullah, it's downwards, so it's going to be minus 2C. उल्टी side के ऊपर है. It's minus 2C. And then we have this 4A. 4A आपकी उसी direction के अंदर है. That is 4A. So we have plus 4A here. So what do we get from this? We get 3A minus 2C. So we have to be careful about the signs there. Arrows देखें किस side पे लगे हुए हैं. CB was equal to A. Vector CB is equal to A. BC जो होगा, that will be minus A. Okay? Exactly. So that's minus A plus 4A minus 2C. Exactly. So that's correct. Okay, so that's what we get. So this is the vector BA. Okay. Then we have OP. The vector OP is equal to 2A minus 4 over 3 times C. Explain why OP is parallel to BA. Okay, now let's think about this. Why OP is parallel to BA. अब OP तो हमारे पास given है और B हमने पहले find किया हुआ है, right? हमने क्या कहा था? If we have two vectors like this, so let's write those two vectors down. We've got BA that is equal to 3A minus 2, and we've got another vector that is OP that is given to be 2A minus 4 over 3C. These are the two vectors that we have. So in order to prove that two vectors like these are parallel to each other, हम ये corresponding जो ratios हैं इनको divide कर देते हैं. ठीक है? So what we'll do is we'll say let's find 3 over 2. 3 को 2 से divide किया. ठीक है? यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? We will divide 3 by 2 and then we'll divide minus 2. अच्छा minus 2 के साथ वहाँ पे C भी था, sorry. वो erase होता है इसी तरह से. At 3A minus 2C, and this is 3A minus 2C. So what about the other component here? We've got minus 2 here, and we've got minus 4 over 3 here. ओके इनके रेशियोज फिगर आउट करते हैं। 3/2 क्या होता है? 3/2 3/2 that turns out to be 1.5. Okay, what about -2 or -4/3? What does that turn out to be? -2 divided by -4/3. या वैसे calculator से directly evaluate कर लें, but it will turn out to be 6/4, which is also 1.5. So this number, since these ratios are the same as these ratios, we say that they are parallel. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे it's better to also write कि कौन सा कितने times the other है. Since you found this to be 1.5, you say BA vector, आपको पता नजर आ रहा है कौन सा बड़ा है, right? Okay, ये 3 है ना, और यहाँ पे 2 आ रहा है, तो BA बड़ा है, तो BA is equal to 1.5 times OP. या ये भी लिख देंगे शायद, और या फिर रेशियो से प्रूव कर दिया since the ratios of those components turn out to be equal, ये 3/2 की आपने वो भी वही है, -2 और -4/3 की आपने वो भी 1.5 है. Since those ratios are equal of the corresponding components, they are parallel vectors. और आप फिर यहाँ पे ये भी लिख दो कि उनमें क्या कितने एक कितने times the other है. So that's BA is equal to 1.5 times OP. Is that okay? That's fine. Okay, very good. Now, then it says, find the area of triangle OBA divided by the area of triangle OPA. Okay, where is OBA? OBA, that is this triangle. OBA. So that's this red triangle. And the other one is, okay, I'm having really drawing straight lines here. Okay, I should use the line tool. Yeah, that's BA, so that's your OBA triangle, and the other one is OPA. Let's draw that there as well. OPA. OPA, where is that? OPA. Okay, so we have to find this area. OPA. इसकी हमें क्या करनी है? Ratio figure out करनी है. Okay, we have to find the ratio of these two triangles. Now, let's think about this. So इस तरह के cases में ना, remember जब आपके ratio से पूछता है ना, it's very likely या तो वो similar figures किस तरह से बन रही होंगी. We'll have to figure out कि अच्छा वो similar हैं कि नहीं है. Of course, we will have to see that. या तो उनमें similar figures वाला concept कहीं पे use हो रहा होगा, या फिर वहाँ पे common height हो रही होगी. Right? Common height वाले cases के अंदर वो ratio अक्सर पूछता है, या फिर आपके पास similar figures आ रही है. Now let's think about this. Similar figures क्या ये बनती हैं? Since we just talked about something being parallel, तो parallel के अंदर ना अक्सर similarity आ जाती है किसी तरह से. So let's figure out if that really is the case. So we are given that BA here is parallel to OP. ये हमने पहले भी प्रूव किया है. These two sides are parallel to each other. इसका मतलब क्या है? ये जो OB लाइन जा रही है यहाँ से, what can we get from that? So let's try to think about this. यहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या होगा? अच्छा, एक लेंथ तो हमारे पास कॉमन है, that's 4A, so that's common length. वो sides parallel हैं. हम angles को प्रूव कर सकते हैं that they are equal somehow. OB vector and height का तो यहाँ पे नहीं यूज कर सकते हम. We can in fact use the height. उन दोनों sides को लें, this side and that side, तो उससे हमारे पास क्या आएगा? Okay, so I'm just thinking about it. इसमें हम अगर इसको उधर ले जाएं, तो that makes sense. Then take it to the other side there. इससे क्या होगा? We will be able to get this. Similar figures तो मुझे यहाँ पे बनती नजर नहीं आ रही हैं. So it doesn't look like they're similar because कोई angles तो नहीं बन रहे हैं हमारे पास. This angle, whatever that is, it's not equal. Common height बन सकती है किसी तरह से. If we take that length here, तो उसकी height होगी to the opposite side there. और इसमें अगर ये लें तो क्या होगा? Okay, so I'm actually stuck. So let me think again. यहाँ पे हमारे पास सिमिलैरिटी तो अगर ये लाइन जा रही है through that we have this angle that is the same as this outer angle. अगर वो उस outer angle का equal है तो सब कोई फायदा नहीं होगा हमें. इस साइड पे अगर देखें तो ये पूरा angle is going to be equal to that, so that's not helpful as well. So we can actually use this. Yeah, so we can actually use this. Yeah, so I messed that out. So if we use this line here, this angle is equal to that angle. ये दोनों angles equal हैं. Yeah, so this angle is equal to that angle, or is it? Yeah, because there's alternate angles. तो ये angle जो आपके पास ये मैंने बनाया है यहाँ पे, this angle is equal to this angle, and also if you look at this angle here, this is equal to this angle. If two angles are equal, if these two angles are equal, that means that जो हमारे पास वो वाली साइड आ रही है, that is also उसका जो angle होगा, that will also be equal. Yes, उसका जो angle हमारे पास आता है, that is also equal. So we basically get this from here. ये दो angles equal है, तो अगर हम इसको लिखें, तो this angle is equal और तीसरा angle हमारे पास कौन सा होगा? Let's go do this in black. So we've got this third angle here. This angle should be equal to this angle. अच्छा, अब लेकिन यहाँ पे corresponding sides का देखना होगा. अगर हम देखें, एक इसको correspond करे, if you look at the triangle OBA, triangle OBA जो है, वो हमारे पास क्या आ रही है? That is O से start करें, OBA. ये वाला एंगल जो है वो किसके corresponding है? इस वाले के. तो नीचे वाले triangle को कैसे लिखेंगे? That's A. वो इसको correspond करे, और B जो है corresponds to B. So that's B here, and then we have O. So these are similar triangles. Why? Because ये दो parallel lengths हैं. आपकी जो line BA है, BA and OP, these are parallel. क्योंकि ये parallel हैं, if you look at this line OA, तो OA दरमियान से जा रही है. This line is cutting those parallel lines. So ये जो angles बनते हैं यहाँ पे, इस line के ऊपर वाला ये और यहाँ पे इस side पे ये, these are two equal angles. Similarly, is that going to be equal? उसके जो ऊपर वाला angle बन रहा है, हाँ, उसकी तो सेंस बनती है, नीचे वाला एंगल्स इक्वल नहीं आते. सॉरी अबाउट दैट, इट्स नॉट एक्चुअली इक्वल. हमारे पास ये दोनों इक्वल आते हैं, दीज आर अल्टरनेट एंगल्स, लेकिन वो इक्वल नहीं आते. सो वी हैव दीज टू एंगल्स इक्वल. इसके अलावा हम क्या कर सकते हैं? डू वी हैव एनी अदर इंफॉर्मेशन? वी डोंट. Just look at the question again. Am I missing any important information from there? Find area of this triangle. ये भी है उधर, और OPA ही है. That's correct. That's correct. Makes sense. अगर इसकी हम perpendicular height देखें तो क्या बनता है? since those angles are equal, that will give us okay, so I'm actually stuck. And does anyone have any idea? Because I can't really figure it out right now. It's not clicking at the moment. It happens. This time click nahi kar raha hota. Does anyone have an idea? What should we do here? AB or OB, BA and OB. इसको अगर हम ट्रेपीजियन की तरह ट्रीट करें, we have two lengths there. इसकी जो height होगी, that will be sort of common. No, they're parallel. Oh yes, okay. All right. So finally, so that makes sense. इसकी height जो है, that has to be equal because they are. Yeah. So that's a tricky one actually. That's quite tricky. So let me erase this. In fact, let me just copy this figure. Yes, pressing extended. Now you need to focus a bit here. It was quite tricky actually. So remember मैंने आपको क्या कहा था, इस तरह केसेस में दो ही ऑप्शन हो सकती हैं, या तो सिमिलर ट्रायंगल्स हो, और it turns out they are not similar because हमारे पास एंगल्स इक्वल नहीं आ रहे. We only have this angle equal to this angle, so we can't prove that any other angles are equal. तो वो तो नहीं अप्लाई, सिमिलर ट्रायंगल्स वाला केस यहाँ पे नहीं अप्लाई होता नजर आ रहा. Another option, the other option that I said was कि उनकी height किस तरह से equal आ जाए. So that is actually applying here, but we have to think about that a bit. So if you take this BA as the base, अगर हम ऊपर वाले triangle को consider करते हैं, BA, O, OBA triangle है, we consider that triangle. अब OBA के अंदर अगर आप AB को base लो, अगर आप AB को base consider करो, so this line AB is our base. Okay, this is our base. अब इस base के हिसाब से what will be the height of this triangle? इस triangle की height क्या होगी? Remember, इस base से perpendicular आपको बनाना पड़ेगा to the corner, to the other corner. इसी तरह हम height में कहते हैं ना, so if I were to just remind you of that triangles के अंदर क्या होता था? If you have a triangle that looks like this, have a triangle that looks like this, something like this. आपके पास ये triangle है, इसका आपने base और height आपने mark करनी होती. If this is the base, if you were considering this the base, आपकी height क्या होगी? Height तो आपने perpendicular लेनी होती है. If this is A, this is B, this is C, height will be the perpendicular coming from C to the line AB. A perpendicular in this case is going to be outside the triangle. So यहाँ पे perpendicular बनाओगे like this, right? ये आपकी height होगी. This will be your height. This is the perpendicular height that you consider. And अगर आप base ये लेते हो, तो height आप ये वाली perpendicular consider करोगे. If you go back there, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? If we consider this as the base, अगर हम AB को base consider करते हैं, अगर हम AB को base consider करते हैं, वहाँ पे क्या होगा? We extend this line a bit. इसको extend करते हैं थोड़ा सा, और O से आपके perpendicular क्या बनेगा? That will be something like this. ये आपकी height बनेगी. ये आपका perpendicular आ रहा है उस line से, O से line AB के ऊपर. This is going to be your height. ये आपकी height है. ठीक है? अभी height represent क्या कर रही है? This is basically the distance between those lines. Perpendicular distance. तो parallel lines है ना? BA and OP, they are parallel. आपको नजर आ रही है perpendicular जो बना है यहाँ पे, O से लेकर जो blue line मैंने बनाई है यहाँ पे, O से ऊपर AB तक, that's the perpendicular distance between those two lines. Similarly, अगर हम नीचे वाली triangle को देखें, OPA को, OPA triangle को देखें, OPA के अंदर if we consider this as the base, if this is our base, तो इस triangle की height क्या होगी? Height will be कि इस base से आपने perpendicular बनाना है A तक. But again, यहाँ पे भी क्या करना पड़ेगा? इसको थोड़ा सा extend करना पड़ेगा outside. So we extend this line like this. इसको हमने extend किया. और फिर A पे देखें जहाँ पे perpendicular बनता है, that's going to be this height like this. ये आपकी इस triangle की height होगी. Right? This is the height of that triangle. तो अब ये जो हाइट आपके पास दोनों केसेस में आ रही है, दिस हाइट हियर एंड दिस हाइट हियर, दे आर बेसिकली इक्वल टू ईच अदर, बिकॉज दोनों क्या है, दोनों ए बी लाइन के दरम्यान में और ओपी लाइन के दरम्यान में डिस्टेंस है, दो पैरेलल लाइंस के दरम्यान में परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस है बेसिकली, इट्स द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू पैरेलल लाइंस। वो तो ऊपर भी सेम होएगा, है ना, वो भी सेम है और नीचे भी सेम है, दोनों के अंदर इट्स द सेम हाइट। अब ये दोनों ट्रायंगल्स जो हैं इनकी क्या आ गई हमारे पास, दे हैव कॉमन हाइट। कॉमन हाइट के केस में रिमेंबर हम क्या करते थे, इट्स जस्ट द रेशियो ऑफ देयर बेसेस। जो एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल्स की रेशियो क्या होती थी, दैट्स जस्ट द रेशियो ऑफ देयर बेसेस, इट्स द लेंथ। OBA की बेस क्या है, OBA की बेस इज AB, तो हम यहाँ पे कंसीडर कर रहे हैं, कॉमन हाइट उसी से आती है, और ट्रायंगल OPA की बेस क्या होगी, दैट्स OP। तो जो इनकी रेशियो है AB और OP की, वही रेशियो आपकी उस ट्रायंगल की एरियाज की होगी। अब AB और OP की रेशियो क्या है वो हमें पता है यहाँ पे, अगर OP जो है वो 1 है, तो OP is 1 and AB has to be 1.5, right? That's what we evaluated here earlier. So this ratio turns out to be 1.5, or you can say this is 3/2. 1.5 भी लिख सकते हैं, 3/2 भी लिख सकते हैं, both are fine. This is what you have. This is the ratio of the areas of those triangles. So this is using common height. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Generally इस तरह के cases के अंदर ना आपके पास जब areas की ratio पूछते हैं ना, there are generally just two options. It's either similar triangles, or if similar नहीं है तो फिर आपको इस तरह का कुछ देखना होता है, common height किसी तरह से बनती है, उनकी same height दोनों triangles की. So that's what we figured out here. It's the same height. How is this 1.5 and 1? Okay, so it's the ratio of those lengths. So हमने यहाँ पे क्या किया था पहले, in the previous part we said that BA is equal to 1.5 times OP. Was that clear? Since it says BA is equal to 1.5 times OP, अब यहाँ पे हम इसको rearrange कर लें, अगर OP को यहाँ पे आके divide कर लें, BA over OP, that turns out to be 1.5. उनके magnitudes की बात करें, उनके magnitude जो है 1.5 आ गया यहाँ पे, so the ratio is basically 1.5. यानी कि अगर BA 1 होता, B अगर 1.5 है तो OP 1 होएगा, उनकी ratio ये आती है. So that's coming from this relationship that we did in the earlier part. पिछले वाले part में हमने किया था, relationship find किया था, उससे ये आ रही है हमारे पास. Okay, because that's what the ratio that we got from here. Okay. All right, so it was fairly tricky, but remember इसी तरह के ratios के अंदर आपको इन दोनों में से कोई चीज अप्लाई करनी होगी, common height या फिर common height के केस में क्या होता है, common height के केस में remember your bases are equal. So similar triangles में we have this thing, A1 over A2 is equal to L1 over L2 का whole square. This is for similar triangles. And when the height is common but of any two triangles, उनकी height equal है, equal height है अगर किसी भी दो triangles की, then the areas are just the ratios of their bases. कि bases की जो ratio है वही आपकी areas की ratio होती है. I'm sure you remember that. होता basically ये है कि आपके पास half into base into height formula होता है ना, तो अगर height दोनों की same है क्या होता है, तो height भी cancel हो जाती है, 1 over 2 भी cancel हो जाता है, you're just left with B1 over B2. तो basically bases की ratio होती है अगर आपकी height equal हो, which was the case in this particular question. उनकी height दोनों की equal आ रही थी, because that was just the distance between these parallel lines, a perpendicular distance. तो आप ऊपर से measure करो, नीचे से measure करो, जहां से मर्जी measure करो, that will turn out to be equal. Okay, any questions on this? Is this clear to everyone? Any issues? Okay, so now Abdullah is asking, can we extend the perpendicular height from B to the base OA? From B to the base OA. Okay, so that is what we could do here. So we could say, to find the area of the triangle OBA, we extend this height like this. So अगर हम इसका area find करना होता, this could be another way कि हम B को as that point लेते और OA हमारी base होती. लेकिन उससे मसला ये है, that does not help us find the ratio because हमें height नहीं पता है. Height क्या है, we don't know that. नीचे वाली triangle को भी इस तरह करेंगे, इस तरह use करके we try to find the area, Now दोनों की heights are not equal, they are different heights. अगर हम इसको ये वाली basis लेते हैं, अगर हम OA base लेते हैं और ये perpendicular draw करते हैं और नीचे वाली case में हम ये वाला perpendicular draw करते हैं, now these heights are not equal. We cannot use this relationship जहाँ पे basis के ratio को हम उसको use कर लेते हैं, right? It's a common base now, but common base के अंदर then we will have to find the ratios of their heights. अब इन heights के ratio हमें नहीं पता. We cannot find the ratios of their heights. We don't know what they are. ठीक है? ये heights का तो नहीं पता ना? ये हमें पता नहीं है कितनी length है, magnitudes कितने हैं. So we can't really use that. यहाँ पे हमें इन lengths का पता है, bases का और इस base का इसकी ratio का पता है, at least हम उस ratio को use कर सकते हैं. Is that fine? So that would not help. Although you could find the area like that, अगर हमें length given होती, but that doesn't help in this case. हमारे पास उसके बारे में information और नहीं है, उसका फायदा नहीं होगा. Okay, good. Now let me look at the next one. Let's find another one. Okay, yeah. So just give me a few seconds. Just going to load. Okay, so let's look at this one. So now we have this diagram that has this length AB and CA given. AB is equal to P and CA is equal to Q. And DC is 3 times AB, right? This is the information that we have from here. Now we have to first express DA in terms of P and Q. So if we look at the figure, हमें D से A पे जाना है. Right? We have to go from the point B to the point A. D से A पे जाना है. And we have to write this down in terms of P and Q. Okay. D से A पे जाना है. So how can we do this? We have some information. DC is 3 times AB. इसका मतलब है DC क्या होगा? DC is basically 3 times P. Because AB was P, तो DC क्या हुआ? 3 into B. Okay, so हम यहाँ पे लिख देते हैं. This is 3 times B. ये हमारे पास है length 3B. ये वेक्टर है हमारे पास, that's 3 times B. Okay, so DA कैसे आएगा फिर? DA is just DC plus CP. ठीक है? So DC plus CA. That's how we can find the vector DA. Okay, D से C पे चले गए, तो C से A पे आ गए. So what is that? That's just 3P plus Q. That's just 3P plus Q. So that was fairly straightforward. Now it says E is the point such that BE is equal to K times Q. All right. BE vector is K times Q. यानी कि B से E पे आपने जाना है, आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? K Q के डायरेक्शन में जाना पड़ेगा. K Q का क्या मतलब है? Q multiplied by something. Q multiplied by any constant. Right? अब Q की डायरेक्शन क्या है? Q की डायरेक्शन आपको नजर आ रही है यहाँ पे. This is the direction of the vector Q. Right? इस तरह से slanted है. ये आपकी डायरेक्शन है Q की. तो ये जो पॉइंट E है, कहां पर होगा? B से it should be somewhere in this direction like this. Right? अगर K की वैल्यू अगर पॉजिटिव है, K की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव है तो ये इस तरह आएगा, नीचे को इस तरह आ रहा होगा उस लाइन के पैरेलल CA के, something like this. इस लाइन पे कहीं पर होगा, ऊपर भी हो सकता है, ऊपर भी हो सकता है, यहाँ पर K की वैल्यू नेगेटिव हो जाए. It would be somewhere on this line. मैं लाइन यहाँ पे ड्रॉ किया, इस लाइन के ऊपर कहीं पे पॉइंट E आ रहा होगा. Right? So let's say कहीं पे मैं यहाँ पे मार्क कर देते हैं. Let's say this point was somewhere here. ये E होता. Right? Now, what is the name of this quadrilateral ACBE? ACB क्या है? ACB and E. That's this quadrilateral. What is the name of this quadrilateral? Remember, BE and CA, they are parallel to each other. Right? K times Q constant से multiply हो रहा है. तो इस quadrilateral को क्या कहते हैं? इस तरह के quadrilateral को क्या कहेंगे? Any idea? Is it a parallelogram? Is it a parallelogram? क्या ये parallelogram बन रहा है? Are we sure about that? Because E could be anywhere, right? आपको शायद इस figure से okay, so I get what you very confused by. E तो यहाँ पे कहीं भी हो सकता है ना. It does not necessarily have to be here. अब E तो आपको कहीं भी हो सकता है. It could be, for instance, it could be right here. इधर भी हो सकता था E. इस line के ऊपर कहीं भी हो सकता है. So what if E was here? So you've got this quadrilateral here. Is this a parallelogram? Or does it look like a parallelogram? ये जरूरी तो नहीं है कि parallelogram होगा. आपको सिर्फ एक चीज for sure पता है, and that is that CA and BE are parallel. Exactly. That's very good. So ये दो sides parallel हैं, ये आपको confirm है. CA and BE they are parallel. ये parallel का पक्का पता है आपको, ठीक है? बाकी दोनों sides BC और AE उनका हमें नहीं पता कि parallel हैं कि नहीं है. They could be parallel, they could not be parallel. The general case क्या होगा? That's going to be a trapezium. इसका नाम क्या होगा? It's a trapezium. This opposite side parallel है, दो opposite sides parallel हैं, बाकी दोनों का हमें नहीं पता. Very good. So now it says express AE in terms of P, Q, and K. Okay. A से आपने कहाँ पे जाना है? E पे जाना है. So what you can do for that is you can go from A to B, go from A to B, and then you can go from B to E. ठीक है? अब AB क्या है? AB is P. BE क्या है? B is just K times Q. Right? So that's pretty straightforward. It's P plus K times Q. ठीक है? Okay. Now, in the third part, it says, given that D, A, and E lie on a straight line, so they are on the same straight line, given that you have to find the value of K. Now, D, A, and E, they lie on a straight line, find the value of K. Now, remember, हमने क्या कहा था? अगर 3 points आपके पास इतना straight line में lie कर रहे हो, जो आपको यहाँ पे मैंने figure में by coincidence for आपको already same line के ऊपर लग रहे हैं उस तरह से, D, A, E, all in the same straight line. इसका मतलब क्या है? We've got 3 vectors. बस इन तीनों points को use करके हम 3 vectors बना सकते हैं. एक vector हो सकता है DA, another vector could have been AE, and another vector could have been DE. 3 possible vectors हम यहाँ से बना सकते हैं इनके combination से, right? So all of these 3 vectors are parallel to each other, right? Because parallel to each other का मतलब है they have the same direction. They are in the same direction. ठीक है? आप कोई भी दो यूज कर लें, कोई भी दो इनमें से यूज कर लें जो आपके पास हैं अवेलेबल, और उनकी रेशियोज जो है वो इक्वल होनी चाहिए, because they have the same direction. अब DA है हमारे पास क्या? DA, do we have that? DA, we found that in the first part. So that was 3P plus Q. That was the first part. So we have DA given. So DA is 3P plus Q. अच्छा ये तो हमारे पास है पहले. अच्छा what about AE? AE है हमारे पास. AE उसने पिछले पार्ट में निकलवाया हमसे. AE is P plus K times Q. That is AE. Okay, AE आपका P plus KQ है. Now these two should be parallel. आप DE भी यूज कर सकते थे. DE हमारे पास पहले से है नहीं, तो हमें निकालना पड़ेगा. So that will just be the sum of those two. वो हम कर सकते थे, लेकिन हमारे पास ये दो हैं. That's enough. Since these two are parallel vectors, that means their ratios have to be equal. So this 3 and this P here. So यहाँ पे अगर 1 होता, this 3 and 1 they have the same ratio. As this 3 and 1 have the same ratio as that 1Q that we have there. So this is 1Q, let's say. So it has the same ratio as that. This 1 and this K. So we can say 3 over 1 is equal to 1 over K. यहाँ से हमारे पास K की value आ जाएगी, and K turns out to be 1 over 3. That is the value of K. Does this make sense? आप इसको इतना भी कर सकते हो. अगर आपको कोएफिशिएंट में मसला होता है थोड़ा सा, just divide that whole thing. आप इसको पूरे को डिवाइड कर दें वैसे. That helps. 3P divided by P, right? That should be equal to Q over K times Q. ठीक है? P और Q खुद ही से कैंसिल हो जाया करेंगे. We have 3P over P इक्वल्स Q ओवर K टाइम्स Q। अब ये Q कैंसिल हो गए, P कैंसिल हो गए, आपके पास क्या बचा, यहाँ से आपके पास आ जाएगा K इक्वल्स 1/3। ठीक है, अब सिर्फ उनके कोएफिशिएंट्स कंसीडर कर लें बेशक, या पूरे वो टर्म्स कंसीडर कर लें, उनकी रेशियोज को इक्वेट कर देंगे, एंड दैट्स वेयर वी गेट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ K। Okay, any issues with this? Any problems? I'm just going to connect my charger quickly. Any issues with this? All right, good. Let's move on. Let's look at the next one. So we'll do a couple more to get some more practice. This one, already. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is a slightly tricky one. Relatively more tricky. Let's do this. And I just need a few seconds to import it. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, so now we have this figure. Now we have this figure, and we're given that OPRQ is a parallelogram, and S is a point. S is a point on PR such that PS PS or SR की ratio जो है that is 1:3, right? PS or SR की ratio is 1:3. Now OP is given to be Q and OQ is given to be OP is given to be P and OQ is equal to Q. We have to express PQ in terms of P and Q. Okay, so let's do that. PQ, P से आपको Q पे जाना है, P से Q पे जाना है. So we have this pathway. You can go from P to O, then we go from O to Q. That's PO plus OQ, and that's going to be OP जो है वो P है, तो PO क्या होगा उसका उल्टा, that's minus P plus OQ, that is going to be plus Q. Yeah, so that's one way to think about that, and Abdullah is also right. ये हम उस पे ये भी apply कर सकते हैं जो position vectors वाला हमने किया था. So that's PQ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे position vectors आपके पास हैं, O से आप consider कर सकते हो. This is O, the origin. You can say it's the same thing as saying OQ, position vector of Q minus the position vector of P, and that's also perfectly okay. You get Q minus P from there as well, right? So दोनों तरह कर सकते हैं. You get this minus P plus Q from any of them. Okay, so that's your vector PQ. अच्छा, then it says express QS. Q से आपको S पे जाना है as simply as possible in terms of P and Q. अच्छा, Q से S पे जाना है, so we have to go from Q to the point S. अब उसने यहाँ पे देखें आपको एक रेशियो दी हुई है. PS की रेशियो with SR is 1:3. That means if this was 1, this would be 3. And if this total length was 4, if this total length was 4, उसमें से 1 part जो है वो PH है, 1/4 जो है वो PH है, 3/4 जो है वो RS है. So you can also write it like this. Figure पर mention करें तो you can also say this is 3/4 of the whole, this is 1/4 of the whole. Okay, total 4 parts थे, नीचे वाला part 1 है, out of 4 ऊपर वाला part is 3 out of 4. ठीक है, that is what we have. अच्छा, QS आपको figure out करना है. QS, Q से आपको S पे जाना है. Remember, it's a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram. Now, it's a parallelogram. ये हमारे पास Q है. Total length is Q, right? Total length is Q. Total vector O से Q तक जो है वो Q है. अगर OQ Q है, इसका मतलब है कि जो PR है, this length here, that's also Q. मेरी पूरी Q है, that means the नीचे वाला part PS is 1/4 times Q, and the upper part, that's SR, that is 3/4 times Q. Does this make sense? If I were to write that here on the side, PS is going to be 1/4 times Q, and SR is going to be 3/4 times Q. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay, so that's PS and that's SR. तो आपने ये figure out कर लिया. The rest is straightforward. Q से आपको S पे जाना है. You can take any path. You can go from Q to R. So you know that this is P because it's a parallelogram. This vector is going to be P. You can go from Q to R, and then you can go from R to S. ठीक है? आप उल्टा भी जा सकते थे. आप Q से S O पे चले जाते, फिर आप O से P पे चले जाते, फिर आप P से S पे चले जाते. That's also perfectly okay. So QR plus RS. QR क्या है? That is P. RS. R से S पे आना है. अब SR is 3/4Q. RS क्या होगा? It's the opposite of that. That's minus 3/4Q. So the final result turns out to be P minus 3/4 times Q. Okay. So Abdullah, that's not correct. What you have written there, or is it? It's okay. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. You just have to simplify that. You just have to simplify that. Remember, इसने कहा है, you have to express as simply as possible. तो आपने Q वाली terms को फिर आपने करना पड़ेगा उसको minus Q plus 1/4 times Q. That is minus 3/4Q. ये आपको इसको simplify करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Make sure you do that. Okay. So this is what we get. P minus 3/4 times Q. Okay. अच्छा. What next? What do we do after this? इसके बाद हमें क्या करना है? Let's look at the next part. Okay, now T is a point on QS extended such that QT is 4/3 times QS. Express PT as simply as possible in terms of P and or Q. अच्छा, यहाँ पे it would help if we could have that figure in front of us. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that figure somehow. Let me see if I can do it. So this is this. And let me see if I can copy that figure. Copy करते हैं इधर. Okay, let me import that figure here. Okay, so this is the figure that we have. Okay, just going to copy the figure. It's very big right now, so I can't really increase or decrease the size of it. So let's keep it on that side. Okay, so that's the figure that we have. Okay, now T is a point on QS extended such that QT is 4/3 times QS. अच्छा, क्या मतलब इसका? QS जो है आपके पास ये लाइन है, इसको अगर आप एक्सटेंड कर दें आगे, इसको अगर आप एक्सटेंड कर दें, आपके पास एक और पॉइंट आता है that is T, and T is such that QT is 4/3 times QS. यानी QT जो है उसकी लेंथ ज्यादा है, बड़ी है QS से. कितना? 4/3 times, right? तो 1.3 times उससे बड़ी है. यानी इसको यहाँ पे एक्सटेंड कर देंगे और थोड़ा सा एक्सटेंड कर दें. So it may be somewhere here. यहाँ पे कहीं जाके आपके पास ये पॉइंट आता है T. Okay, this is the point T that we have. We have to express PT as simply as possible in terms of P and or Q. Okay, PT आपने निकालना है. P से आपको कहाँ जाना है? T पे जाना है. Okay, so what we can do is we can go from P to S. PS पे है हमारे पास, and then from S to T. Right, that's one possibility. Or we can go from P to O, and then from O to Q, and then from Q to T, And that might be simpler for us to understand a bit because जो है हमें ये ST ने निकालना पड़ेगा. QT तो हमें पूरा पता है ना QT क्या है. QT is just 4/3 times QS. So you can think of it like this. If 4/3 times QS है ना, तो ये कितना पार्ट कितना होएगा? 4/3 में से 1 माइनस कर दें. This is going to be 1/3 times QS. ये जो ST वाला पार्ट है. If you are able to figure this out, then all you have to do is you just say it's PS plus ST. और ST पे क्या होएगा? ST is going to be 1/3 times QS. ठीक है, QS आपने पिछले पार्ट में निकाला है. You can do it like this, right? अगर ये पूरा 4/3 था, 4/3 में से 1 तो ये है QS, 1 times QS तो इतना यही है. बाकी कितना बचा? 1/3. So that's this ST part. If you're able to figure that out, you can do it this way. A simpler way for many people would be that you go from P to O. आप कहो कि आप P से O पे चले जाओ पहले. And then you go from O to O, O to Q, OQ, and then you go from Q to T. Right? That might be easier for you to understand. And that basically just, just have to input values there. PO kya hai? That's this minus P. Okay. OQ, that's Q. QT is given to be 4/3 times QS. So that's 4/3 times QS. QS kya hai? You found that in the previous part. आप देखते हैं QS क्या था? P minus 3/4 times Q. P minus 3/4 times Q. That is QS. वो हमने input कर दिया. Now we just need to simplify this. Simplify करना पड़ेगा. We have minus P plus Q plus 4/3P minus Q. That's what we have. ठीक है, अब यहाँ से क्या हो गया? Q और minus Q तो cancel हो गए. We are only left with 1/3 times P. That is this length. This is PT. PT is equal to 1/3 times P. ठीक है? PT is 1/3 times P. ये आपके पास PT आ गया. Okay? Now in the next part it says, what can you conclude about the points O, P and T from this? अब देखिए PT में Q तो निकल गया. Q तो बिल्कुल निकल गया. It's only in terms of P now. सिर्फ P की terms में है ना? सिर्फ P की terms में है. यानी कि ये इस peak के parallel है. Peak parallel है. So if you were to basically extend this line, OP को अगर आप थोड़ा सा extend करो, तो इसी line के ऊपर आगे जाके, क्योंकि PT की वही direction है, इसी line के ऊपर आगे जाके आपके पास ये T आ जाएगा. So इसका मतलब ये है जो OP और T points हैं, they are collinear points. ये आप कह सकते हैं, they lie on the same straight line, on the same straight line. Because आपको नजर आ रहा है PT भी 1/3P है, OP क्या है? OP is just P. They're parallel vectors. Since PT is parallel to OP, इसका मतलब ये है कि ये तीनों points एक ही line के ऊपर lie करते हैं, because we got a common point in between them. ये दोनों में common है और दोनों same direction के अंदर है. इसका मतलब है कि they all lie on the same straight line. They're collinear points. Is that okay? Does this make sense? Any questions on this? Any problems? Okay, very good. Now let's do the last one for today, and that's this one. But you have to find a ratio as well. So let's do this one. Okay, I'm going to copy the figure here. Take a few seconds. Okay, is this readable, by the way? Can you read this, or is it too small for you? Is it easily readable? Should I make it bigger? Can you guys hear me? ये पढ़ा जा रहा है आप लोगों से? Okay, so yeah, so let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, so do that. Let me just write down the question myself then. Parts उसके खुद से रख लूँगा. Okay, so let's get rid of this and import it again. All right, so this is what we have basically, okay? This is a figure that we have, but now it's very big, fortunately, so let me take it aside. So we have this figure, okay? And we have to do something like this. Okay, so we have this figure, and we're given x is a point on AB where AX is equal to 1/4 times AB. यहाँ पे थोड़े से ratios है ना, काफी ज़्यादा use होंगी, so that's why I chose this. So x is the point on AB. AB line जो है, इसके ऊपर ये point x है आपके पास, ठीक है? Such that AX is 1/4 times AB. So क्या मतलब है? If we were to write it the other way around, we can say this is 4AX is basically equal to AB. AB is 4 times AX. तो आपको फिगर पे नजर आ रही है अगर Q है, so this whole thing here is going to be 4 times Q. So this whole thing will be 4 times Q. This is 4 times Q. ठीक है, और बाकी कितना बचा XP? अगर XP आपको देखना होता है, XP is 3 times Q. अगर 1 Q ऊपर है, बाकी 3 Q नीचे होएगा. Okay. Now, y is the point on AC such that AY is equal to 1/3 times AC. AC the line है, इसके ऊपर आपके पास एक y point है, and that's again, you know, you're given that 3AY is equal to AC. ठीक है, AC जो पूरी length है आपके पास, that's going to be 3 times AY. अगर हम वो draw कर ले वहाँ पे, that's going to be a line that looks like this. This whole thing here should be 3 times P. जो पूरी लेंथ है should be 3 times P. ये आपको पता चल गया यहाँ से. और अगर ऊपर वाला पार्ट P है तो नीचे वाला पार्ट कितना होएगा? नीचे वाला पार्ट 2P होएगा. ठीक है, Y से लेकर C तक that part is 2P. ठीक है, so it helps to write down that information on the figure, but you should be careful कि आपको पता हो clearly कि कौन सा part किस चीज को represent करे. So make it clear enough for yourself ताकि आप दोबारा जब use कर रहे हैं उसको you don't get confused. Now Z is the point on BC produced. So Z is a point on BC produced. BC को आप extend कर लो. You have this point Z here, where CZ is equal to 2 times BC. Okay. क्या मतलब? इस पे हमें कोई वेक्टर नहीं बताया such, but we have this information. कि ये कितने parts हैं? If this was one part, then CZ would be 2 parts. Right? That's what it means. CZ over BC is equal to 2. इसका मतलब है CZ is bigger. CZ is 2 parts. BC कितने parts होगा? BC will be 1 part. इसका मतलब ये कि total parts कितने हैं इसके? Total parts of BC are 3, 1 plus 2. This part is 2 out of 3, and that part is 1 out of 3. ठीक है? ये इनके दरम्यान में relationship है, जो हमें यहाँ से पता चला. Now we have AY equal to P, वो हमें given है X equal to Q, आपको figure में नजर आ रहा था. Now it's going to be fairly easy for us to figure out the different parts that we have. So now we've basically represented all this information on our figure. Now whatever we are asked related to this figure, it will be relatively easier for us to figure out. Right? So let's write down, let's figure out these things. So part A1 में आपसे मुझसे पूछा है, find XY. What is the vector XY? XY vector. So we have to start at X and end at Y. Okay, so that's हम X से A पे चले जाते हैं, and then we go from A to Y. Okay, now XA is minus Q. Right, AX q था तो उसका उल्टा क्या हो गया माइनस q प्लस ay, that's just p. So that's minus q plus p, or you can say this is p minus q. However you want to write that, that's going to be correct. Okay. So then it says in the next part, find BC. B से C पे आपको जाना है. So let's do that here. The second part it says find the vector BC. Okay, so how do you figure this out? B से C पे जाना है. We can go from B to A, right? B से A पे चले जाते हैं. Then we can go from A to C. हम कोई ऐसा path choose करना है जहाँ पे हमारे पास कुछ information हो. Now we know that BA is the negative of this thing. 4 क्यों नीचे वाली साइड पे था, हम उल्टा जा रहे हैं. That's going to be minus 4 times Q. What about AC? AC is 3P. हमने पहले figure out कर लिया था. That's 3 times P. Or we can say that's 3P minus 4Q. That's the same thing. दोनों तरह कह सकते हैं. Okay, so that's the vector BC. All right. And the next part it says find XZ. XZ. So the third part, this is of 2 marks now. Find XZ vector. We have to start at X now and end at Z. X से start करना है और Z पे जाना है. अब एक possibility क्या हो सकती है, आप X से B पे चले जाओ और फिर B से C पे चले जाओ. One possibility. Another possibility is you go from X to A. X से A पे गए, फिर A से C पे चले गए और फिर C से Z पे चले गए. That's another possibility. So again, you can choose either of them, and that's perfectly okay. दोनों में से कोई भी choose कर सकते हैं. So let's say हम XZ से गए, let's go to XB. XB पे चले गए. From B to let's go to Z. Okay. Now what is XB? Again, we figured that out earlier. If this whole thing was 4Q and that was Q, so कितना part होगा XB? That's going to be 3 times Q. That's 3Q plus BZ. BZ कितना है? आपको BC तो पता है. Do we know BC? Yeah. So BC हमने पहले find किया यहाँ पे 3P minus 4Q. So BZ जितना भी है, that is 3 times this thing, right? Because हमें पता है कि ये one part है out of 3. ये total कितना है? It's going to be 3 times this thing. So you can say it's 3 times 3P minus 4Q. So that could be one way of thinking about this. Okay. Another way could be that you might find a bit easier. वहाँ पे हमारे vectors थोड़े से ज़्यादा आसानी से मिल रहे हैं. We can go from X to A. X से A पे चले गए. Then we go from A to C. Then we go from C to C. Okay. Now XA, what is that? That's minus Q. What about AC? AC, we know that was 3 times AY. That's 3P. And now we have to go from C to Z. Now whatever was BC, आपको पता है BC को 2 से multiply किया था हमने, we got CZ. CZ is going to be 2 times BC. So this is 2 times BC. Okay, so that gives us minus Q plus 3P plus 2 into 3P minus 4Q. Now we just need to simplify this and we will get it. So that's minus Q plus 3P plus 6P minus 8Q, and that gives us 9P minus 9Q. That's 9P minus 9Q. That is your vector XZ. Okay. Oh, there seems to be a problem there. Because वो ratio different आ रही है. BC हमारे पास 3P minus. अच्छा नहीं सही है, ठीक है. XZ था. I was confusing with something else. That's XZ. So that's 9P minus 9Q. That's the vector XZ. Okay. Is this clear? Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Okay. Now, in the last part it says, find the ratio XY and YZ. So hence का मतलब है कि using whatever you've done until now, find this ratio. Wait to write that. Let me write that here. अब सब कहते हैं XY ratio YZ find करें. Find this ratio. XY और YZ की रेशियो फाइंड करें. Okay, now there is XY is here and YZ is this whole thing here. ठीक है, ये रेशियो फिगर आउट करनी है. Now what can we do for this? So let's think about this. हमने P minus Q find किया, XY पहले, we figured that out. We also found XZ भी हमने figure out कर लिया. Okay, so we already have that information. So हमें देखें XY पता है, so we know that XY is P minus Q. ये हमारा XY है, ठीक है. और हमें पूरी लेंथ पता है XZ, X से लेकर Z तक, that's 9P minus 9Q, or we can write it like this. We can say this is 9 into P minus Q. So basically, आपके पास यहाँ से एक रिलेशनशिप आता है, and that is कि XZ जो है, XZ, that is 9 times P minus Q. P minus Q क्या था? P minus Q was XY. That's 9 times XY. Does that make sense? क्योंकि XZ हमारे पास था 9P minus 9Q. That's the same thing as saying 9 into P minus Q. P minus Q था क्या था? That was XY. So XZ is equal to 9 times XY. क्या मतलब? अगर हमारे पास ये XY 1 है, अगर XY 1 है, तो ये पूरा XZ कितना है? पूरा XZ 9 है. So XY is 1 over 9 of that, 1 over 9 of the total. अगर 1 over 9 वो है तो YZ बाकी कितना बचा? That is 8 over 9. So XY और YZ की रेशियो कितनी बनेगी हमारे पास? It's going to be 1:8 from that, right? Because ये total 9 parts बनते हैं. X से लेकर Z तक total कितने parts बनते हैं? Total 9. 9 इसका magnitude एक तरह से, ठीक है? Compared to that, compared to XY. तो अगर XY 1 है, तो XZ कितना होगा? 9. तो इनकी रेशियो पर हमारे पास कितनी बनी? XY और YZ की 1:8 from that. Does this make sense? So ये रेशियो वाले पार्ट थोड़े से कंफ्यूजिंग होते हैं, but I hope that's clear. Is this okay? Okay, very good. So that's where we stop for today. We have done quite a few questions on this. Of course, अब हम yearly past papers के अंदर जो vectors वाले questions आ रहे होंगे, we will be using these concepts there as well. So that will give us more practice. Now